Okay, my name's Seb Kent. We're here at the Roundtable Discussions of the Bike Magazine Bible. I'm here with Bryce, Vernon and Ryan, and we've been riding the Felt Edict 9 3, which is the Edict 29 race machine. It's got 100mm of travel with the Felt Active Stay technology, and it retails for $3,629. And this bike brought out some surprises, I think. I really like this bike.
Yeah, you know, I've always thought of Felt as an absolute sort of die-hard racer company, and you shouldn't approach bike reviews with that kind of bias. You try to wipe that out of your head, but still, it's where my mind was when I picked up this bike, and I was really tired as the fourth lap of the day, and I still wound up really enjoying myself on that bike. It wound up being raceable, definitely sporty and playful, but it felt more capable in the front end than I anticipated. And even though I didn't get the full travel out of that rear suspension, I thought that the rear suspension felt fantastic at high speeds and the stutter bumps on Joe's. I was really impressed with this bike. And for $3,629, it's an amazing value for a full carbon bike. And readers are still going to think that's a crazy price. It's a lot of money, but for a full carbon fiber bike, it's an outstanding price.
Yeah. And for me, I really enjoyed the geometry and the way it rode, but I felt that the rear suspension was a little bit too progressive, and as it moved through the travel, I started off with 20% sag and had to move up to about 30% in the rear, and I still felt it was a little bit mismatched with the progressiveness and of the fork as they both moved through the travel. But I think the geometry on the bike is great, and I think it's an awesome race bike. Maybe just a little less potential as a full-time trail bike for me, at least for the style of riding I have.
There's lots of smart stuff going on with the frame as well, like some cool little details. I mean, we've got there's the, what would you call this? There's a frame protector for drop chains on there. We've got nice cable routing as well. It's all on the top of the downtube, which I think is really important these days. We've even got partial internal.
No real weak parts on it either. Someone mentioned the WTVI 23 rims on those. They're outstanding. They're wider than you'd expect, again, for this category, but it allows you to put on a tire with a bit wider casing, which I really appreciated. I like those WT Prowler tires on that bike.
It seems like the 2x10 as well. There's a lot of bikes came spec'd in this category that we've ridden that came with a triple up front.
Yeah, I found that a little bit odd. You know, given the category, and you'd expect, okay, if you're going to buy an XC race bike, you're probably presumably fit enough to be running a double. And I kind of agree with, had the same kind of preconception as Vernon about Felt as a company and more of a kind of race-oriented thing. So for my, it was my first lap of the day, and I actually found it to be a lot more playful and kind of, even though it's not a trail bike, but a little more trail bikey than I expected.
I think this was the bike that probably surprised me most out of the bikes we rode today.
Yeah.
It was really capable as an XC bike. I actually kind of liked it as a bike to ride, like on the more fun flowing section of Kessels. Like I had a lot of fun blasting on that.
You really push it out of corners too, because
it was stiff. And at that price, she's well spec'd, good price. I'd recommend it.
I would too. I'd certainly recommend anyone who wants a race bike, but someone who's looking for one that's playful and just fun to ride. That has the has the efficiency, but it's also just pure fun.
So that's what we felt about the bike.